You know, the Backstreet Boys are undoubtedly one of the most important bands in musical history. If you think about it, they're the only other band other than the Beatles to sell more than 1 million records on their sophomore release. And their longevity continues to amaze me. The fact that they've been around for nearly 2 decades and still manage to hold a crazy fanatical fan base just like the Beatles is an amazing feat. So I was privileged, honored, and amazed to talk to the guys themselves.
We first released our very first single, which would be We Got It Going On. It peaked on like the dance charts at like 68, 69, but
tanked. It peaked, but
we didn't really kind of fit in because that wasn't the right sound.
Yeah.
So we jumped ship and went over to Europe, and then we were there for almost 2 years before we came back. And by the time we came back, you had Hanson, Spice Girls, Take That, and they kind of opened the door, and then pop just kind of blew up.
None of us ever really expected it to get as big as it did. We all hoped and dreamed, we have screaming fans like this out at our concerts and stuff like that, but none of us ever knew, the magnitude of what it turned out to be.
I mean, we've been through hell and back together. We've seen the highs together, we've seen really lows together. We've all matured as artists, as writers, as producers, and as a group and as a family. I mean, Nick was 12 when this whole thing started. He's 30 now. It's crazy, you know what I mean? It's like him and I spent the better half of our lives in this group. I don't think any guy's gonna be like, oh no, there's too many girls throwing themselves at me.
I think we all handled it differently. Yeah. We all had the rush of success. I mean, for me, sometimes in the millennium days, like 2000, 2001, where you couldn't go anywhere, do anything without calling ahead and stuff. To me personally, it got to me a little bit. It was like, gosh, you want to just kind of be normal. And, I think as we grow with our fans, the relationship becomes more respectful, that they have respect for us, we have respect for them. So, it's not so fanatical, I would say, as they're screaming in the background, which kind of makes no sense.
But. It's like an oxymoron, but yeah, it's fine.
What sucks? I gotta say this. Like, I was watching Justin Bieber the other day. And everybody gives him a lot of slack, because he's young and everything, and but he's talented. You know what I mean? You can't take away that talent. Now, hopefully, what'll happen is that people will allow him to grow and not, pigeonhole him and stamp that non-approval stamp on him when he gets a little older that we got, because nobody could take away. I mean, there was nothing different than what we did as a group than what he's doing now, and just because he's signed to Usher's label and all these other things. So hopefully he doesn't evolve into that point that we got to.
Question. We were arguing about the choreography for Backstreet's Back, and we're wondering, is there any way you can show me the actual choreography?
Which one?
Which one?
That one?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get you guys to take maybe just step over that one?
Well, you were starting it. You were starting it good.
Yeah. So what did I do wrong here?
Yeah. Remember to do your heels every time you do this. You gotta do that. Okay. Heels, so here, heels, here. There you go.
You guys got room for a fifth member by any chance?
We do, so hey.
I can sing too. Look at this!
This is what our fans grow up to.
Right in.
This is what the fans grow up to.
Can you tell me that I'm
Happy birthday to you!
What's her name? Birthday to you! Happy birthday!